All right, can everybody see the screen okay? If it'll just give me a thumbs up or whatever. Make sure that it's not still me on the camera. Let's do that. Sounds good, thanks. Everybody, put this back on so you can see my pretty face. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I expect a few more people will be joining here in a bit. You should have like 10 or 12 or so. But if not, I'll send them the link later on. So essentially, this is a video going to go over the trading program that I built, why I built it, how I built it, all sorts of things. I hope to answer a bunch of your questions by the end of this. I tried to make it a little funny. It's kind of hard to make statistics funny, but I did my best. So I established this in July of 2023, roughly 6 or so months ago is when I launched the program, got complete with it, and I did this by myself. RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics because my name is Ryan Loveless. So just to answer that question right off the bat. So to go ahead and start here at RyLoveQuantStats, we're not just about charts and numbers. We're on a mission to transform your trading journey from average to professional. Whether you're a scalper, swing trader, investor, day trading enthusiast, we've got the perfect blend of quantitative statistics and a touch of magic to spice up your trading game. So RyLoveQuantStats is dedicated to elevating your trading strategies from novice or intermediate to advanced professional levels. By the end of it, you will develop the mindset of a risk manager of account balances. So any account balance that you have, you're going to form not the thought process of making a trade, but how I'm using risk management in this trade in order to turn a profit to make my account balance larger, essentially. So the program integrates quantitative statistics into a meticulously crafted trading plan. This is designed to yield long-term trading success for traders of all types, scalpers, swing traders, investors, day traders, whatever you are, whatever you want to be, this will benefit you in the long run. I use all these trading strategies on like my 401k, I use it in cryptocurrency, I use it on my day trades, trading futures, I use them all the exact same. So through RyLoveQuantStats, you'll gain insights into the tools and processes involved in constructing effective trading strategies. The program empowers you to customize your own approach as well. I teach you the 4 pillars of price action, which is trend of your asset, the momentum of your asset, the volatility of the asset, and how much volume is behind the asset. Along with the accurate use of risk management, putting those 4 pillars into action, you're going to utilize percentile-based indicators that are derived from historical data points to construct your trading plan. That's how I constructed all 7 of mine. And you're welcome to follow along at first. I highly recommend following one of my trading plans at first. And then as you progress, you become comfortable. You will expand upon it, customize it to your own time, day, customize it to what your other job is, all sorts of different things. So this ensures your trading strategy is tailored to your unique style, maximizing your probability of consistent long-term success as a risk manager. So mission statement of RyLoveQuantStats, this is where serious trading meets statistical fun. We provide advancing trading strategies for long-term and consistent success by integrating our quantitative statistics for customized, data-driven, and specifically emotionless trading plans. I'll get into how it's emotionless later on, but that is the ultimate goal here. So I have a picture here of kind of like some statistics that I derived on one of my strategies a while back, just to kind of give you an overview of what statistics I'm looking at on an average basis is like your average percent gain or loser, how long it took you, how your average candles in a trade, the average ticks, which is specific to futures. You'll learn about that in the trading program. Your average win rates of how often are you winning versus losing. 75% is about average for most of my trading strategies. Then how much you're winning, how much you're losing on an average loss, how much you would have made over 100 trades. This one was, just over 20,000 in 100 trades. And then your R value, which is how much you're risking versus how much you are gaining. You'll also learn about that in the program as well. Just wanted to kind of go over what statistics I kind of look at on a general basis there. And then some more fun stuff here. Who am I? I hold a scientific background in molecular biology and statistics. I graduated from Missouri State University. Since then, I have over 8 years of investment experience, including 4 years of active day trading. I have successfully merged my research and statistical knowledge to create RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics. I worked in research and development for 5 years total. And then since this last year, left the job in order to pursue this full time. So my journey involved overcoming several challenges. I've blown up a lot of accounts in the past. I've started from scratch. I've lost $100,000 in one day before. Ultimately, all of this leading to a position where I can retire to make a few trades each day at the age of 27 by building this program, actually learning what I'm doing with my money and how to make more money out of my money. So having traded for brokers and prop firms for over 2 years, I now manage 23 open accounts with funded brokers. This allows me to trade their funds while I get to keep 90% of the profits. So they keep 10% of everything I make, and I get to keep 90% of everything I make. I'll go over funded brokers later on as well. But my expertise lies in transforming an average or struggling trader into professional risk managers who apply if-then statements and probabilities for consistent and long-term success. In the RyLoveQuantitatives program, I share strategies to make consistent, profitable trades regardless of the market's macro environment. This is guiding you to become a professional trader who thrives on standardized and emotionless trading. So getting back to that emotional trading portion of it, it's all derived between if-then statements. So if this happens, you do this, and that sort of thing. You're not sitting there becoming scared of losing money. You have all your expectations are set before you enter the trade, and all of my trading strategies, and they're all set for when and how you exit every single time. So picture this: from molecular biology to mastering the art of trading. I've taken the scenic route to financial freedom at the ripe age of 27. I'm happily trading a few times a day, mostly in the mornings. I normally trade from 5 to 10 a.m. or so. Sometimes I'll trade in the evening, just kind of depends on the day. And you can do this too. I've conquered blown up accounts, turned setbacks into stepping stones. Now with over 8 years of investment and trading experience, I'm here to guide you through the thrilling world of what I've created, which is RyLoveQuantitatives. So here's a fun little picture. This is from one of my YouTube videos I created. 4 psychological tips to master, which is conquering greed, conquering fear, conquering anxiety within a trade, and then anger after a losing trade. So I have several psychology videos as well as on what the program is and how to apply quantitative statistics. So I also do want to go over who this program is for. If you are ready to go beyond your basic knowledge of candlesticks, green versus red, how much volume is there, that sort of thing, and you want to trade like a professional risk manager, RyLoveQuantitatives is your ticket to success within this, to turn traders into risk managers through integrating statistics. Whether you're a trading newbie or a seasoned intermediate, you will find immense value in learning the art of profits and probability. I will guide you, I will mentor you to greatness utilizing this program. It's a very personalized program. I'm trying to keep the person count very down. That way I can teach people within groups and even hop on singular Zoom meetings if you're having issues. So even if you're not sure whether a bear market is about wildlife or about Wall Street, it's a fine place to start by distinguishing what a bear market is, what a bull market is, if you're not familiar too. I go over this in the plan. I teach you how to identify a bear versus bull market and all sorts of different things. So this program teaches traders wanting to begin with defined trading strategies, or it's also to elevate their trading to a professional level if you already have defined trading strategies. This program is suitable for beginners with some knowledge, intermediate traders seeking to advance upon their skills, and anyone ultimately aspiring to achieve a professional and methodical trading approach to utilizing dollars to make more dollars. That is the ultimate goal here. Utilize money to make you more money. That's what I'm teaching you at the end of the day. And I'm teaching you quantitative statistics on how to make that happen. So how to make the most of this program. You want to dive into each video like it's a blockbuster movie. See, I try to make it funny. And you want to study, you want to take notes, you want to practice these concepts. During this process, you'll learn how to backtest. If you're not familiar with that word, that's perfectly okay. I have several videos on how to backtest, how to validate your trading strategies for yourself using statistical measures like risk of ruin and all sorts of different measures to evaluate your trading plan if it's going to be profitable over time or not. So backtesting is your backstage pass to trading success. I am constantly backtesting. I did another 50 last night. Probably in the last week, I've done about 300. I'm constantly developing, making sure that my trading strategies are working in the past to validate them for my future. So you need to dedicate some time to this. I dedicate a lot of my time to it because this is my full-time job. But if you do, you're going to learn significantly faster, and you'll become a Hollywood star of the trading world, as I like to put it. And remember, practice does make profits. It seriously does. If you're not practicing what you're planning to trade before you trade it, it's probably not going to go very well. There is a saying, you want to practice how you play, and that is very applicable to this as well. So confidence is the confidence in my content, and the content, applying the content is extremely crucial, especially the application of the content. You think you can understand one full process, but do you know how to apply it in real life time? That is how I built these 7 trading strategies into if-then statements. So you learn how to apply all of these strategies in a real life environment. So you get to practice identification of each topic is essential. Backtesting is the key to applying your knowledge. This also conditions your emotions during a trade. You're kind of setting expectations, what I expect from a trade to occur, how long I expect it, how much I expect to gain or lose, and all sorts of those things. And you're building the necessary knowledge base for real life live trading by doing your backtesting, by validating what's going on in the history. You can use that to forecast for the future. And so you need to dedicate time to this, and it will accelerate your success in applying your statistics for consistent long-term trading. I give you statistics on every single one of my 7 trading strategies. Just want to throw that out there. So you don't have to start off with the backtesting, but I recommend to start off with the backtesting because it sets your expectations, it sets your emotions within it, and you learn what a typical strategy looks like with when it's playing out in the actual price action. So yeah, kind of going on from there. If you follow this trading challenge and you study appropriately, I have about I don't know, 40-ish videos out, and then you practice each of the videos. You take this 30-day trading challenge is what I challenge everybody to do. You can change the numbers around a little bit if you don't have all that much time, but if you follow this, you'll be completely shocked by how immense your trading is developing after 30 days. I've done it twice in the past, and I would highly recommend it to all of you. So you want to trade one strategy for 30 days, pick one of the 7. They're all pretty equally great. Take one trade daily, read 25 pages of a trading book, which I recommend several in the program. And then if you backtest for 2 hours to condition your emotions, you will be significantly ahead of your peers. Equals boom. All right, so what is quantitative statistics exactly? Let's go over that just so we're all on the same page. If you've ever wished trading was as predictable as the weather, it really can be, okay? RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics turns numerical data into your crystal ball, per se. This is forecasting market behavior with the precision of a seasoned weatherman. Forget your emotions, follow the if-then statements for a trading plan that even Nostradamus would envy. So quantitative statistics involves describing things in measurable values. Quantitative is describing things with numbers, essentially. And applying statistics to it is, in the context of trading, it means using numerical data to analyze and forecast your market behavior. That's exactly what I do. I don't sit there and try to decipher what the market's going to do each day. I just look at my strategies, I have if-then statements, and I apply them to that day. Every day I do the same exact thing. It's pretty boring, honestly, once you get pretty good at it. But similar to how a weatherman uses statistics to predict the likelihood of rain, RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics applies this methodology to forecast current price action of an asset. So this is aiming for long-term success by standardizing and eliminating emotional influences within a trading plan. Once again, by following your if-then trading strategies. So I have a picture over here, kind of the 4 steps of quantitative trading. First off, you want to identify what strategy you're using, which of the 7 I teach you. You want to backtest so your emotions are conditioned and you kind of have a gist of what your typical trade should look like. I teach you how to execute within funded brokers, how to manage your risk within the funded brokers. All 4 of these are included in my program, as well as much more than just these 4. But these 4 are extremely important for quantitative trading in general and how to apply statistics into forecasting price action of an asset. So moving on, I kind of want to do a couple highlights of the program as well. So if you are among the first 25 purchasers, which you all will be, I think, you know, how many people have joined now? Has anybody else joined yet? Oh, interesting. I'll just have to send them the link after. But among the first 25 purchasers, you all get a one-on-one coaching session. I would recommend this after you finish watching all 30 or 40 of my videos. That way you have a nice understanding. You can ask me specific questions. This one-on-one coaching session is really for you. It's to go over exploring funded brokers or how to manage your risk within an account. It's really, I'm calling it a trading fairy godparent. I'm here to be your mentor. That's exactly what this program is for. You also have access to the Discord channel where the RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics community will spill the beans on specific strategies, when they're firing, how they're firing, optimizations for each strategy. We'll share success stories, our P&L for the week, all sorts of different things. If we have an epic fail, which rarely happens unless you're trying to gamble, I would say, then we'll share those as well for a good plot twist at the end of the week. But as well, I include bonus content in this. I think I've came out since July with like at least another 10 or so plus videos covering topics that I thought was pertinent to the individuals within the program. So this isn't just your average trading program. I've bought 3 trading programs in my past 8 years of trying to learn how to execute a trading plan. And this goes far beyond anything else that I've purchased. I've spent over $6,000 or $7,000 in other people's programs. And this is really a gold mine of it all, putting it all together on how to apply statistics, apply an emotionless trading plan into conquering profits and probability each day, essentially. So I create bonus content with continuous updates all the time on how new funded brokers, how to use funded brokers, different risk management parameters, quick math spreadsheets, which I use every day just because I don't want to sit there with a calculator. I'm going to make your calculator jealous, these spreadsheets that I've made. I might go over it later on if we have time. But learn and master 1 or 2 of these strategies, I would recommend, before you try to conquer all 7. It's the secret sauce to becoming a profitable trader. You want to become profitable before aiming to be the most knowledgeable of the traders. So that is how the program is designed, and it is to teach you exactly what you need to know and how to apply it every day while minimizing the extra content that isn't very pertinent for a trading plan. So that's exactly how I've done this, is I've taken knowledge that I've acquired from other people, that I've taught myself over the 8 years, and I've minimized it down to what is pertinent for you to execute profitably within a trading plan, and what is not pertinent, I tried to leave out or I grazed upon in a specific way in order to turn you profitable and knowledgeable trader within a disciplined and emotion-free trading environment. I want to teach you how to utilize money to make more money, and that's really the end goal of it all. Okay, that's what we all want to do. It's a skill worth $1 billion in the long run. That's what all the millionaires, billionaires are doing, is they're investing their money in specific ways to make them more money. They use quantitative statistics in it all. I'm certain of that. And so I want to kind of go over what exactly the end goal of this is. You want to join the Billionaire Club, which is learning to use money to make you more money. That's what I'm considering it as. A skill that is worth far beyond $1 billion in the long run. If you're doing this for 50 years, it's probably not that difficult to make millions of dollars off of. Okay. I use these same strategies, 7 strategies that I'm teaching in this program for futures, for my 401k investments, for my cryptocurrency swings. Everything that I do, I'm not deviating from my 7 strategies. I don't just sit there and be like, okay, I think this might go up or something. You know, I never would ever do that. If you know me in real life, I will sit there and I will tell you, probability wise, we're looking at a 70% chance of going up and a 30% chance of going down, you know, something along those lines. So it's really not just about trading this community, the RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics community. It's really about thriving within a disciplined and emotion-free trading environment. I really want to hone in on that. I sit there and most of the time I'll be reading a book. I'll be, you know, watching Netflix. I'll be working on this program. I'll be creating a YouTube video during it. I'm not sitting there watching dollars go up and down every single time because I want it to be emotion free. I have my standards for if it's a losing trade and I have my standards for if it's a winning trade. And by that, I'll show you a couple. These are some of the trades I've had in the past. I have some more examples later on in the slideshow as well. But most of my winners are between $500 to $1,000, and most of my losers are dependent on what I was risking, either $250 to $500. Most of my trades are about a 2x winner and a 1x loser, so meaning I make twice as much when I have a winning trade as I do when I have a losing trade. So I just kind of want to show you some of the profits I've been able to make out of utilizing this. This is what, yeah, this is strategy 1 over here and what it kind of looks like. You're missing some indicators here. It's because it's proprietary knowledge until you purchase the program, of course. But I do want to kind of go over what my YouTube channel looks like. This is all private videos. None of this is for the public to see because this is where I upload all of the trading videos that I make, essentially. So throughout all these videos, I think there's another 10 or so that isn't listed here. You're going to learn how to set expectations for a trade for you and how to achieve consistency out of all of it. So I think I sent this to all of you guys. If I didn't, I'll send you the link after this. The introduction video, I hope you watched it. It's very informative. And then I kind of give an outline of what to expect. And then really there's 4 key topics here that you really need to master. And this is the 4 pillars of price action: trend, momentum, volatility, and volume. I have an hour or more videos on each of these 4 topics explaining how I answer these questions. Are we more likely to expand in future price action or consolidate? Is volume significant? Is momentum bullish or bearish? I teach you tools to answer these simple questions, not to go much further than that. These are the questions you need to answer, and I'm giving this to you as free knowledge now because it is very important to, even if you don't purchase the program, if you're trying to be successful in trading, you need to look at things simply. So that's what I built this program upon, is trying to make trading as simple as possible and have probabilities in your favor for higher profits. So then I'll kind of go on after those 4 pillars of price action. I'll give you several examples on how to build a trading strategy. I'll go over how to manage your risk. So you don't want to go in and just throw all your money down at one specific strategy, because there is still, let's go with a 70% chance it's a winner, but there's still a 30% chance it's going to be a loser. Okay, so you need to know how to manage your risk, when to take positions off, when to add 2 positions, different things along those lines. And I'll go into how to optimize your strategy, how to recognize divergence, how to validate your strategies. Here's the 7 strategies that I offer. As you can see, most of them involve trend. Actually, every single one of them involves trend. Then we have a combination of momentum, volatility, other trend indicators. And these are all indicator based, like it's all percentile. If there's a read of 90%, that is 90% significant compared to the last X amount of times that this has occurred, if that makes sense. So yeah, you'll understand these a lot more as we go on. I also go over how to trade funded accounts, and I compare several different funded brokers in the US. I wrap it all together, teach how to use timeframes together. which ones are relevant for your day trades, which ones are relevant for your swing trades, your investments, all sorts of different things. And then ultimately at the end, this is an extremely important topic of risk of ruin. This analyzes your trading strategy. Is it going to be profitable over time? And what's the chance that I lose all of my money if I'm using this for the next 10 years? Okay. You want to keep this down as low as possible. And I have several videos on this. I actually think I have 3 now on it. But then I kind of give you also how my chart layouts are set up, psychology videos to accompany it, futures, why I trade futures versus most of the time crypto or options or traditional, and then several group Zoom meetings along the process. I'll kind of have to speed this up a little bit. This is what the Discord access looks like. This is pretty much all the stuff. I have pretty much where we just talk generally, kind of rules, how to use the Discord, a bunch of technical analysis tools here to what am I looking at, what indicators am I using, what psychology lessons have I learned, different things along those lines. I also have a whole tab here on just pictures of each of the strategies, because as more people see what they look like throughout time, then you're going to learn how to apply it better for the future. This is where everybody shares their trades, what they closed at, their P&L for the trade, if they're forecasting any upcoming trades, how to calculate your position sizing, lots of different things here. And then this is my specific channel where I'll forecast crypto swings. I'll go over one that I'm actually in currently. You're welcome to hop in the trade if you want to. I'm going to share with you a live crypto trade that I'm in currently. Futures forecasting for the week, and then any like live trades that I'm in at the time I'll be talking about here. So here's some examples of kind of pretty much this is all the last week or so. This is my cryptocurrency swing that I'm currently in. So I'm still looking for a bounce higher to $105 for Solana. I'm using my strategy 1 and 7, which fired last night actually. So I give some like continuation signals, kind of walk through the whole process, tell you where my stop loss is, all sorts of different things, some pertinent information, extra information towards the trade. Here's an example of me forecasting futures for this week, potential 12-hour strategy 1 on NQ, 4-hour has already fired, different things along these lines. I'm painting a picture of what I expect for the week, as well as over here on the right is kind of like my small day micro trade. So on the 15-minute time frame, on the 2-minute time frame, here we had 3 2-minute time frames in a row that were all winners, and this is all following my strategy number 7 here. So anyway, these are all trades that I've taken this last week or still am in, and go from there. So I kind of want to go over what funded brokers are for the moment. How much time do we have left? Looks like about 5-ish minutes. So funded brokers, I'm sure we're all going to have issues, or not issues, but questions about this. These are the different currencies you can trade. You can trade NASDAQ, S&P, you can trade interest rates, you can trade Forex, you can trade corn or oil or gold or cryptocurrency as well, Bitcoin or Ethereum. Oh, sorry about that. And then, so they have different account sizes that you can choose from. Like I use a lot of the 50K accounts because you essentially, to pass their evaluation, to become funded from them, you have to make $3,000 without losing $2,500 in that process. So, and then vice versa as well. If you want to sign up for the 300K account, you want to make $20,000 before you lose $7,500. Okay. And you trade in these futures contracts, which are traded exactly like the actual thing. I have several videos going into that. And then they have some other example rules here, but pretty much if you hit your profit target before you hit your max drawdown, and you have 7 days of trading, they will qualify you for the performance funded account. They will fund you with this amount, and then you are able to trade that amount and keep 90% of the profits you make from that in the future. So you use my 7 strategies with the combination of funded brokers with their large amounts of money, and you get to keep 90% of all the profits you make by applying these strategies to it. Let's kind of move on. A little bit of highlights of this. You risk 0 of your own capital in the process. So you don't need large amounts of money anymore to be able to make significant amount of money because of these funded brokers. So you follow their rules, you create money for yourself. This is utilizing their money for a 90-10 split. They also have softwares that you use which can copy trades. So for example, if I have one 50K account, this is what I would have made here. But by using what's called a trade copier, which is essentially just a software that they utilize in order to copy trades from one account into your other account. So this is a picture of me on my 20 accounts with Apex funded brokers, and as I made $200 in one of my accounts, it copied it into all 20 of my accounts where I didn't just make $200, but I made $4,500 in this process of 20 minutes of price action. Okay, so there's immense benefits to these funded brokers, and I have several videos going over this. The broker's rules, ultimately, they make you an infinitely better trader as well. You are going to become a better trader by learning to use their rules. They're there for a reason, in order to manage your risk. So lastly, you're utilizing someone else's money, not your own, to make your own money. If you make a mistake, you're not losing 50 grand of your own. Okay, that's another key point. Lastly, this is my website here. The program is currently 25% off. I'm planning to take it off on February 1st, simply because I want people to be joining within groups. That way I can teach people in groups. I kind of know where everybody should be at on a general basis of time. And so by February 1st, I plan to take this 25% sale off, simply to just allow the new members to ensure success within the new members over the next couple of months before I will open it back up, probably in summertime or something with another discount. So here's some more trade examples. If you want to scan this QR code, that'll give you over to my Instagram page in case you're not familiar with it already. A bunch of these are strategy 1, strategy 7s. I think there's a strategy 3 as well in here, right here. You know, I don't give you the indicators that I'm using that the signal fires, but you can see like what I'm buying at, what I'm selling at, all those sorts of different things. We're going to kind of go through this a little bit quicker, these last couple slides. Here's some more profit that I made in the process, and pictures of days that I decided to, you know, record it and all sorts of things. But most of my trades are between $500 to $1,000. This is generally kind of what they look like. I always trade with the trend for key number 1, and then I'll apply percentile-based indicators on top of that to tell me when to enter, when to exit. And then lastly, here's a couple of the members in the program that I've already passed evaluations, are getting payouts such as this, or sometimes larger than this. And really just kind of utilizing these strategies, not trying to be better than the strategies, accepting a loss when it's a loss, accepting a win when it's a win. And how I've built all of these is you're going to have more winners than losses, and your winners are going to be twice the size as your losses. So over time, you will be profitable. So that's the end of this slideshow here. The only other things I would kind of want to show you maybe is maybe like a little overview of what the website looks like, kind of how to use it. You can access the link here. One thing I do kind of want to go over is the pricing of it. It's originally $2 grand. It's 25% off that right now. But if you use Klarna here, you can pay over time. I think you can choose between 6 or 18 months or 12 months, somewhere in that range, to pay. So it'd be like, you know, $100 or so or less a month with the discount right now. If you're doing it for a year, you're going to have mastered it by the end of the year. I have people that have already paid off this full amount within the first 2 or 3 months. So it's extremely beneficial. I got some frequently asked questions over here, disclaimers, documented trades, certificates of people. You know, if you want to check it out, RyLoveQuantitativeStatistics.com. And then here's like the YouTube channel. I'll kind of walk you through what they all kind of look like. The base program is all numbered. That way you watch it in that number. And then a bunch of additional concepts over here. What else did I want to go over? Anything else? Instagram page, show you briefly. If you scan that QR code, it's there, or RyLoveQuantStats on Instagram. I post a lot of trades here. I post a lot of additional information. See what my story says. I couldn't figure out a error last night, but on Google. So anyway, that's pretty much the bulk of this. I don't know how much time we have left before we get kicked off, but if anybody has any questions, feel free to come off mute or type it in. That's the basis of the program here, what to expect, and all sorts of extra knowledge. I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to fire off. I also will upload this to YouTube in case you joined in late. and want to watch what you missed. All right, well, I'll send you guys all the link over in case you want to rewatch it later, pass it on to friends, family, whatever else, and I'll chat with y'all later. Thanks for joining.